Start. Good evening, everyone. So today's session again will be discussing all about MySQL, right? So first of all, we'll start from wherever we left yesterday, and then we'll have a quick revision one more time of right. So I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Most of us
you,
are
thank you.
audible.
Yeah, thank you. So let's start with how we are going to start MySQL, right? Uh, Now, yesterday also we discussed this. All you have to do is just in the search box type MySQL. But again, the thing is that first you need to install this application. It's called MySQL Shell, right? You can easily find it. Just type download MySQL Shell for Windows in Google, and you'll get the link. And there's a very easy setup, right? All you have to do is just click next, 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 and done. So once it is installed, we can run it through either the start menu or just type MySQL shell in the search box and then press enter. Now, once this application starts, this is how it will look like. And let me tell you, it is a CUI based interface. It's not a graphical interface, right? So there is not much to it. As you can see, there are no buttons, no menu, nothing is there. All you have is a prompt here, right? Prompt, we already know, we have seen prompts in Python also. In Python, in interactive mode, we get to see a prompt and we know what is the use of prompt, right? You can see just after the prompt, the cursor is blinking here, so it's ready to accept the command. Now, the first thing I told you that we have to do is the
Sir,
first
Abhay
step.
sir, are you sharing the screen? Because I'm not able to see it. How about
Okay,
others?
let me check. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Okay.
अभय सर
So this,
स्टार्ट ओवर ना मतलब अगर आप कुछ
Anji,
आगे
yes.
आए हाँ
Hello.
हाँ अभय सर मैं ये
Okay.
बोल वी कैन स्टार्ट ओवर अगर हमने बहुत आगे थोड़ा सा अगर आगे आ गए हो तो
Okay, I'll start again, right? I'll start from the scratch. Now, the thing is how we can start the MySQL app. So all you have to do in the search box, just type MySQL, right? And click on this MySQL shell, and you'll have this window, right? Just now I told you that the interface is CUI based interface, character user interface. It's not a GUI based interface, so you don't get to see menus or buttons here, right? All you need to do is you need to type in the commands, and you type in the commands just after the prompt, right? And the first thing start executing the SQL commands, we need to connect to our local MySQL server, right? We practiced this, we saw this yesterday also, but today also will the first thing that we have to do, in fact every time you want to run MySQL commands using MySQL shell, you need to first connect to the local MySQL server. And let's first see how it is done. To connect to the server, you need to type in this command /connect, and I told you what this means. Localhost and then the port number. So this is the default port number, right? So it means that connect to root@localhost. Root, I told you yesterday that in most of the applications uh, nowadays, root is a user, just like we have a user in Windows, and in Windows we have a super user called admin or administrator. So same way in Linux and many other applications, Linux is operating system, but there are other applications also that use root user as a super user. So we are connecting to our local MySQL server as a super user root, and we are connecting to the local host, that is the local MySQL server, on the port 3306. This is the default port, and it will almost work on all the computers, right? So you need not to worry. Press enter and it will start a session, but still you can see that the prompt has not changed to MySQL or SQL, right? The only change that you can see here is localhost SSL. Now what we need to do that to run the MySQL commands here, right, we need to change the prompt. Now to change the prompt, all you need to do is just write \SQL and press enter. Now see the change. Now you can see the prompt is ready now, and it shows that it is ready to take MySQL, or sorry, SQL commands, right? So that's why you can see the change over here. In place of JS, now we have SQL. So let's run our very first command. We learned this yesterday also. So the first thing we have to do is, we need to see what all databases are installed on our local MySQL server. Right now, how we can see what all databases are installed on our computer? Anyone, if you remember? Show databases, right? Press enter and you'll see a list of databases that are installed on your computer. Pre-installed hai, humne nahi kiya hai. I haven't made any database yet. So these are pre-installed databases. We can use them. Now to use a database, what you have to do is you need to write use command and the name of the database you want to use. So use world and done. Now our database is ready. Now we have the database, and I told you yesterday that it's a hierarchy, that we have databases on the top, and then we have tables, and tables have rows and columns, and these rows and columns have data values. So now we know that we have these many databases in our MySQL server, and the next thing is we need to see what all tables are available under this database. So we'll check what all tables are available under the world database. So now our database world is active. The next command would be to see what all tables we have. So show tables and then press enter after putting the terminator there, and you'll see a list of tables that are available under the world database. Now we can start working on these tables. As I told you, that tables have rows and columns, and these rows and columns have data stored in them. So let's quickly start with one of the table. Let's take city, because yesterday also we were using this table. So we'll see what all data, what kind of data do we have in this table, because tables basically hold data values. So there are two ways of doing it. One is, if you are interested in the data that is stored in the table, you need to write select star from name of the table. Right? This is how you are doing. Select is select, that means fetch, and star means all, everything from city table. Right? Press enter, and there is a lot of information available in this table. You can simply click on this to stop it, or again press enter. So all this data is stored under the city table. So there are, I think, 4,000 some values are there, total values. We'll get to see. Yeah, in the end it shows 4079 rows are there, and it took almost these many seconds to fetch this data, right? So 4079 total records are available under this table. You can scroll upward to see the data, but as it is very large amount of data is there, so need not to scroll. We'll leave it here. One way is this: you can use the select star of command to see the data. But otherwise, if you are only interested in the fields that a table holds, then I mean the fields and their data type, then in that case you can use the describe command. Describe, name of the table, right? This is very simple and easy because this gives you an idea what all fields are available under this table. We have, as you can see here on the left hand side, there's a list of fields that are available under this table. We have ID, name, country code, district, population. These are the data type of values these fields hold, right? And null is, can they hold, can it be blank or not? And then primary key and multifunctional all, we'll discuss all this afterwards, right? There is this constraint, auto increment. Auto increment, if you have worked with MS Access, you might be aware of this, what auto increment is, right? Automatically when new value is inserted into the table, it generates a value. Automatically it will generate a new value when a new record is entered into the table. So all this will work afterward, but as far as the basics are concerned, so using describe table name, we can see what all fields are available in the table and what kind of data they hold, right? And then we quickly learned about the where clause that is used with select, and we also learned how to fetch specific fields only. Let's say I don't want to fetch everything, I just want to have the ID and the name, right, from name of the table, and this will show you only the IDs and the name of the cities, right? So if you want to select data for specific fields, then in place of asterisk star, we will use the field names, right? Just like this. Okay. So you can add as many as fields you want. It totally depends on you. Whatever data fields you want to fetch, just list them down here after select. And we also learned about the where clause. If you want to fetch some specific record, let's say you are only interested in fetching data of a city whose name is, let's say ID is 4072, ID equal to 4072, right? So this way you can see here, we got this record, and this record belongs to a city whose ID is 4072. So in case you only want to fetch specific record, a particular record, maybe it can be one record, it can be two records. In that case, you can specify a condition using where clause. So where is a clause and this is the condition, right? And then we also learned how our logical operators and, or, and not can be used with where clause, right? I hope you remember how it works. I'll show you how we can work with and or. So and, we can write and name equals to, let's say 72 is right, correct. Now see this, and we have two conditions here. One is this and one is this. So if you are using and, then both the conditions must be true. Then only it will fetch, right? If in any case any one of the condition is not true, then it will not return anything, right? But in case of or, what will happen? right? Anyone? If you are using OR, then still, although one of the condition is not true, as you can see here, Muta is not true. There is no city named Muta. This condition is not true, but still we were able to fetch a record for the reason that we are using OR here. So we have two conditions and we are using OR. And as we know that if we are using OR, even if one of the condition is true, so the total outcome will be true. So that's why we were able to fetch this record. If we would have put AND here, then यहाँ पे कोई record fetch नहीं होना था, as you can see. So this is what we learned yesterday. I just covered on the important things that we had covered yesterday, right? We learned many more things. In the end, there was a query, and the query was that how we can just see. Let's say I'm not interested in all the records. As you can see, there are many records, right? I just want to see first 10 records in the table. Okay, so how I can do it is select, I can write star from city, then I can write limit it to 10 and press enter, and we'll just see the first 10 records, right? So this is how we can limit our this thing, number of records we can limit, right, in a query. If we want to see the first 10, then it will be limit 10, first 20, then limit 20 and 100 and so on. Now let's move on to the next phase, which is very important. We'll be using the where like clause. Now like is basically used for wildcards. I hope you all understand what is a wildcard, right? Now, just imagine that you want to find out the population of a city, but you are not sure about the name. All you remember about that city is that the name starts with K. ठीक है, आपको सिर्फ इतना याद है कि सिटी का नाम जो है वो K से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. You don't remember the full name. So in this case, when you are not sure about a particular value, but you are only sure about specific characters of that value that it holds, then in that case we can use wildcards. Windows में भी wildcards use होते हैं. I hope you all know that, because if you put asterisk, if you want to, let's say, search for files जिसका नाम आपको याद नहीं है, but all you remember is its type is docx. So how do you do it? You write asterisk.docx. अगर विंडोज के सर्च में आप ये डालते हैं तो it will display all the docx files stored on your computer, right? अगर आपको सिर्फ नाम ही याद था, A याद है, उसके आगे याद ही नहीं है, तो we write a.star.docx. So now this will display, or this will search for all the files, docx files, whose name starts with A, right? और उसके आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है. So this is how wildcards are used. So we'll be using the wildcards now with the select statement, right? So हमारी problem ये थी, I was told by my boss that I need to find out the population of a city whose name starts with K, right? Although there can be one or more than one cities जिसका K से नाम start होता है, but let's see how it works. So select, and I want to select just the population. So name भी print कराना है मुझे and population भी करानी है, ठीक है? Population from city where name like. Now this is where the like clause comes in. And now we know that we all only know that the name starts with K. We are not sure about rest of the characters it holds. So we write K and we'll use this wildcard character. इसका मतलब होता है after K there can be any number of characters, कुछ भी हो इसके. right? But start K होगा, आगे will be anything. So if you press enter, you'll see here it is showing name of all those cities whose name starts with K. Similarly, if you are not sure about, if you are only sure about the starting value and you are sure about the last value, but you are not sure about any what is in between, then you can write it like this: K wildcard character, and the end value is end character is L. So it will search for a city whose name starts with K and ends with L. You'll just have a look at this. You'll see the names of the cities here. The names of all these cities starts with K and it ends with L, right? Now let's say you are not sure about the last character. You know that the name of the city is Karna, but you are not sure about the last character, or maybe you are sure about the last character but not sure about this character, and you can just put this. This is also a wildcard character, but this is used to search a single character. And this over here, the modular symbol, the percentage symbol, wildcard character is used to search everything, right? That's the main difference. So इसने निकाला यहाँ Karnal because I forgot कि N के आगे क्या था. So I have put this wildcard character हुआ है. It can be like this also. तो मुझे start याद नहीं है, but Arnal something याद है, तो can be like this, right? So this is how we can use the wildcard characters, and wildcard characters are used especially when we are not sure about a particular item's name, right? So these are wildcard characters. Now let's move on to some of the functions, mathematical functions that are available in MySQL. ये बहुत होगा कि आपको कई बार ऐसे situations आती हैं कि you need to fetch a record that has the highest value, right? You want to find a record that has the lowest value. Then you need to find out records where you need to find the average of some values. You need to fetch records where you want to find the total of some values, right? Let's say, let's take a situation, because situations जो है वो better understanding में they help you. Let's take a situation where I want to find out the average population. In सारी cities की average population जो है. So there is a function avg, right? इसकी average find करनी है population field, the field from. Now this is the average population, right? इसमें 40 कितने 79 records थे, तो 4079 की जो average निकली है वो ये निकली है 350468 decimal 2236. So same way, if you want to find the sum, the function available is sum. Let's say you have some 30 students in your class, 35 students, and they have given a test, and you want to find the average marks they have scored, your class has scored, right? So we can write select avg, in brackets we'll write marks from student. So same way here, if you want to find out the sum total marks they have scored or a particular student has scored, then in that case we can write select sum marks from student. But here we are now, this is the total population. So let's say I want to know the total population of these cities, so I can use the sum function. So similarly, we have two more functions. Yeah, in fact we have three, but two are quite common. First is minimum. So now here we have a very interesting figure that we got. There is a city with a population of 42 only. So let's find out the name of this city. Okay, is there anyone who can tell what query will we need to write here, SQL statement we need to write here, if I want to get the name of the city whose population is 42? Anyone? Now we have a this value here 42, and quite interesting to see that there is a city in the world that has a population of only 42 people, right? So I want to get the name of that city. How will I get it? Anyone would like to answer this? Okay. So what I can do is simply I can write select in comma population from city where population equals to 42, isn't it?
Excuse me, sir. We want only the name of the city.
Yeah, yeah. So here we have, right? Here we have the name of the city, Adamstown, population 42, right? So these are the different functions. Okay, we are left with one more function, which is count. Very important. Let's say you quickly want to see how many cities are available, or how, record of cities available in this table. यहाँ आप ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं कितने records हैं इस table में. I want to find out. So there is a function called count. कुछ भी कोई भी आप field count कर लीजिए, बस ID will be better because you need to remember this. You should have that field जिसमें chance नहीं है किसी null value का. Null means nothing. So it's better to have a field in the count function in which there is no null value, right? ID में सबको ID मिला ही होगा, right? Let's say if you're working on a database of your school, you are pretty sure that each and every student of your school has a registration number, right? So it's better to add registration number in the count function, because then certainly you'll get the count of all those values. So select count ID from city. Oh, बस इतना ही बहुत. So correct, 4079 is the count, and otherwise also we have seen जब हमने query run की थी select star from, that time also the number of records were 4079. So in case you want to see how many records are available in your table, right, then in that case you can use the count function. So we have discussed these functions, very common functions. Sum हो गया, average हो गया, we discussed min and we discussed max, and we also discussed the count function.
Abhay sir, suppose we want to know the name of the city with the least population. We don't know the value 42. We just want to know the name of the city with the least population. How can we write the query?
Least population means कैसे?
The सबसे छोटा population, सबसे कम उसका.
देखिए इस केस में जहाँ तक हम पहुंचे वहां तक तो हमें min वही लगाना पड़ेगा, right? Otherwise हम ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि हम इसको सब query बना सकते हैं, right? Query के अंदर query बना सकते हैं, या सब queries we can create. Query के अंदर query है, that can be done. But right now all we have is that we can quickly use the min function, find it, and then write the query and done, right? Okay. Then we have now, as far as the select is concerned, we are left with one more. Again, very important statement, you can say, a clause used with where clause, that is not with where clause. It's called order by, right? Order by is very important. Let's say we are select star from city, okay? Okay. Okay, order by इसमें किसका हो सकता है? Okay. From city, okay. Order by, let's take name, and let's limit this to 10 because बहुत सारे records आ जाएंगे फिर. So, now just have a look at the names, right? I should have given country code, वो ज़्यादा better लगेगा. एक minute, just hold on please. अब देखें, this is better. Now we have this query here where we are using the order by clause. Order by, I believe everyone knows what it is. हम करते हैं Excel में भी sort किया है हमने method, right? use किया है function. Sort function क्या करता है, आपके जो भी field या column में उस column की सारी values को sort कर देता है in ascending or descending order, isn't it? So the same is here. In case you want to fetch records in ascending order, right, based on a particular field, yes, a country code. Now if you look at the country code is now in ascending order, isn't it? Yeah, A, B, okay. Now in case you want to change it to descending order, how will you do it? Anyone?
Order by DESC.
Order by DESC, but this is not working. Manual corresponding to the server ASC, and we have the store. Okay. So ASC यहाँ पे, and if you want to get it in descending order, DESC, right? You can see now. So DESC and ASC. ASC is ascending order and DESC is descending order. So in case you want to display the data in ascending or descending order, then in that case we can use the order by clause. We also have something called group by, right? Is there anyone who knows about who is well versed with group by? Anyone? From the name itself, you must have got an idea that what does it mean. Order by means the putting the things in order, and what does group by means? Okay. See, I would like to give an example, although I don't think so. I have data here that can be grouped, but okay, let's have a try. Because the problem is in this table we don't have kind of data which is required. But still I'll try. Okay, should have left it there. Right. Country code. Try this, yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. One more thing I'll put here. Now see this. Although मैंने यहाँ limit use किया, so that's why it is only showing country code, 10 country codes. Now, what do you see? What is your observation regarding this? What does this mean? Anyone? क्या meaning हो सकता है इसका? Now, if we only try and fetch country code from city, you will see lot many country codes here, but if you can see, ये repeat हो रहे हैं, isn't it? They all are getting, almost many of them are getting repeated. So we can form groups in this, right? मैंने 10 ही लिए हैं, चलिए और confusion ना हो, so let's remove this limit and see. Okay, now look at this. तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है, जिन भी कंट्रीज का कोड A, B, W है, उन सब का सम ले लिया है. So I'm sure there will be countries with this code, more than one country with this code. Okay, let's quickly check any one of these. Okay, select name, comma, country code from city where country code equals to ZWE. Yeah, okay, that's right. So now you can see here there are many cities with the same country code, right? So हमने इसमें क्या किया ग्रुप बाय में, हमने इनको ग्रुप कर लिया और ग्रुप्स की टोटल पॉपुलेशन बता दी है। जैसे ZWE इसमें आया है, ZWE या ZWE की जितनी भी कंट्रीज हैं, सॉरी सिटीज हैं, उनकी टोटल पॉपुलेशन ये है। It's like you have in your school you have classes from 1 to 10 and you want to print a report in which you want to print the average marks scored by the students of each class. I mean, first class the average score is this, second class the average score is this, third class the average score is this, fourth the average score is this, fifth average score is this, and so on. So in case you want to print a summarized report, you can say, based on grouping, right, or based on groups, then in that case you can use the group by clause. This is how it works. But remember, it is basically used with functions, these functions, the functions that we had learned. Count ho sakta hai, sum ho sakta hai, average ho sakta hai. And you need to have a data, specific data, jahan pe grouping ho sake. Now, here we have this data, this what we call country code. So there are more than one country code for a city, right? Or the other way, right? So इस तरह का अगर आपके पास है data, then you can use the group by clause to group them together. Clear? I hope it's clear to everyone, because this is quite important. Order by is quite easy, it's not that difficult. कुछ लोग ऐसे भी देख सकते हैं, अगर आपने एक्सेल में पाइवट टेबल्स का यूज किया है तो पाइवट टेबल्स आर ऑलवेज are somewhat similar to group by, right? So this is how it works. So as far as now the select statement is concerned, we have covered almost everything, right? Today we discussed about wildcards. We saw how different mathematical functions can be used with select. We also used wildcards, and then we also learned about the order by and the group by clause. Now, in the next session, coming session, we will move on to creating databases and creating tables, inserting values in the tables, and updating and deleting values. Because it will take time, because SQL, MySQL ऐसा नहीं है, बहुत short है. There are a lot many things, and we'll try to cover up the maximum basics. Basics ऐसे होने चाहिए कि at least you should be able to do a lot with any language or anything that you learn, right? So the idea select statement, right? Because zyadatar it is used to fetch data from the tables, right? In the next session now we will learn how we can create our own databases in MySQL, how we can create